Breaking news: Putin has dispatched jets armed with hypersonic missiles to monitor the Black Sea. With tensions already high between the two countries due to the ongoing war in Ukraine and the escalating crisis between Israel and Hamas in the Middle East, Russian President Vladimir Putin has reportedly ordered fighter jets equipped with hypersonic missiles to begin 24-hour patrols over the Black Sea. Putin told reporters in Beijing on Wednesday that he had ordered MiG-31 aircraft equipped with Kinzhal missiles that have a range of more than 1,000 kilometers at a speed of Mach 9 to fly permanent missions over neutral waters in the Black Sea. Putin has stated that this is not a threat, but that Russia will exercise visual control, including the use of weapons, over the situation in the Mediterranean Sea. He claimed that the United States was becoming more deeply involved in the conflict in Ukraine after delivering ATACMS long-range missiles there and deploying 2 aviation groups to the Mediterranean in response to the Israel-Hamas war. The conflict in the Middle East provides a backdrop against which all this is heating up the atmosphere, the Kremlin leader said. Putin stated that he and she had a detailed conversation about the conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East, and that the fact that Russia and China faced common threats strengthened their relationship. China has helped Russia in diplomatic and economic ways since Putin ordered the invasion of Ukraine in 2022, lessening the impact of international sanctions, but it has not supplied weapons to Moscow, for fear of provoking U.S. retaliation. Last month, Vice President Joe Biden agreed to ship a small number of Army tactical missile systems, ATACMS, to Ukraine. On Tuesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that ATACMS had proved themselves after his military attacked Russian airfields in occupied Luhansk in the east and Berdyansk on the Sea of Azov. Russia's Vladimir Putin called it a mistake for the United States to provide Ukraine with anti-tank guided missile systems, ATACMS, as part of Kiev's counteroffensive to retake territory that Russia had seized in the invasion. According to him, Russia will certainly be able to repel these attacks, and the missiles will just prolong the agony for Ukraine. Putin said that the bombing of a Gaza hospital late Tuesday night that killed hundreds should serve as a signal to end the fighting between Israel and Hamas immediately. After speaking with the presidents of Egypt, Syria, Iran, Israel, and the Palestinian Authority on the phone on Monday, he concluded that no one wants to see the conflict escalate into a full-scale war in the region. More than 50 Dagestani legislators have petitioned President Putin to help those whose homes were flooded during the 2008 opening of the Urganai hydroelectric power plant. The residents of the village have been trying to get paid for quite some time. Residents of the villages that were flooded during the 2008 commissioning of the Urganai hydroelectric power plant, HPP, have received a response from the Russian Ministry of Economic Development, which states that compensation payments will be delayed until 2024 to 2025 due to a lack of funds. Let us remind you that since 2008, Republican and federal authorities have taken contradictory actions, making it impossible for residents of the flooded villages to receive compensation. The Cassation Court ruled in favor of the villagers on December 25, 2022, and the government of Dagestan was ordered to compensate the villagers. The Urganai hydroelectric power plant, a subsidiary of the Rushydro Joint Stock Company, was built between the decades of the 1980s and the early 2010s. Gardens, houses, and farmland were flooded after the Urganai HPP went into operation, displacing local residents. Villagers living in the floodplain have repeatedly demonstrated for financial compensation. Source: Kavkaz L, English version https://eng.kavkaz-uzel.eu/articles/63309